Okay, so can you see my screen? Can anybody speak and say? Okay, so we will start with Newton's backward interpolation. So again, the theory is almost the same. So here, let the function y is equal to f of x takes the value of y0, y1, y2 up to yn corresponding to the values x0, x1, x2 up to xn of x. So when we look at these data points, then we can say that there are total n plus 1 number of data points. Now suppose it is required to evaluate f of x, that is y, for x is equal to xn plus ph, where p is any real number. Then the Newton's backward interpolation formula is given by. And just like Newton's forward interpolation, here you can see x is equal to x naught plus ph. In forward method, here x naught was there, and here instead of x naught, here xn is there. So this is the difference, because this method, that is backward interpolation method, is more effective for the data points which are at the end. So this is the equation for Newton's backward interpolation formula. Yp is equal to f of xn plus ph is equal to yn plus p into the backward operator, that is nabla, into yn plus p into p plus 1 upon 2 factorial nabla square yn plus p into p plus 1 plus p plus 2 upon 3 factorial nabla cube into yn plus up to p into p plus 1 plus p plus 2 up to p plus n minus 1 upon n factorial nabla rest to n y naught. So when we look at this equation, it seems that this equation is a bit similar to Newton's forward interpolation, and above equation contains yn and backward differences of yn. So again, just like forward interpolation, you need to prepare the table, and then you can use the values from the table to solve the numerical. Okay, so one important note is there, this formula is used for interpolating the values of y near the end of a data set of tabulated values. So this is just opposite to forward interpolation. And also extrapolating values of y a little ahead. Here the word little is very important. To the right of ym. Now we briefly compare these two things. Yeah, so Newton's forward interpolation formula is given here, and Newton's backward interpolation formula is also given. So you can see here xn, sorry, x naught is here in forward, whereas in backward it is xn. So this is the difference, because forward interpolation method is good for the starting values, and backward interpolation is good for the values which are at the ends. Then there are certain terms where you can see the changes. Y naught everywhere is replaced by yn, as we are analyzing only the end values. Again, del is replaced by nabla, or other word is forward interpolation operator is replaced by backward interpolation operator. So there is a little bit change in the sign. Again, one very important change is there, that in the brackets p minus 1, p minus 1, p minus 2, So in forward interpolation formula, you will see the p minus 1, p minus 2 and so on. Whereas in Newton's backward interpolation, it is replaced with plus sign, that is p plus 1, p plus 2 and so on. So these are the changes or differences you can find in Newton's forward interpolation and Newton's backward interpolation. And by comparing this, you can memorize these formulas or you can develop these formulas for a given problem. So directly we will go to the problem and try to understand how to use this method. So table gives the distance in nautical miles, distance in nautical miles of the visible horizon for the given heights in feet above the earth's surface. Yeah, before continuing this problem, you need to take your calculator. Yeah, if it is with you, because I solved this problem, but I'm not sure about the final answer. So you need to just verify whether the answers are correct or not. And if there is any problem, just tell me and I will modify it. Okay. So x represents the height. So this will be your x naught, x2, sorry, x1, x2, and so on. Again, y represents the distance. So this will be your y1 corresponding to x1. Sorry, y naught corresponding to x naught. This will be your y1 corresponding to x1 and so on. And you are asked to find out the value of y when x is 390 feet. And when you look at this problem, which method you need to use? Not mentioned. And you have three methods in your syllabus: Lagrange's interpolation, Newton's forward, and Newton's backward. So when you look at the values of x, then you will see there is a constant interval. So for the given data set, you can easily guess that it is better to use Newton's forward interpolation or backward interpolation. Again, how to decide whether to go for forward interpolation or backward interpolation? For that, you need to check the asked value. Here, you need to find out the value of y when x is 390. And 390 is very close to 400. And 400 is your last data point. So, from the what is asked, you can easily conclude that for the given problem, we need to use Newton's backward interpolation formula. And again, while solving, first write down given data, that is x0, x1, x2, x3 and so on, y0, y1, y2, y3. Why you need to write down? Because while putting or selecting the values, there is a chance of confusion. So that confusion will be eliminated. So this is very essential to write down the given data. Then prepare the difference table. So here you can see that difference table, and when you look at this table is almost similar to the table that we discussed first problem related to Newton's forward interpolation. So again, in first column you need to write down the value of x, x0, x1, x2 and so on. Similarly, in second column you need to put the values of y, y0, y1, y2 up to yn. And as I mentioned previously, between two successive values you need to keep one blank row, so that while preparing remaining columns there will not be any kind of confusion. So that's why I put a blank row between two successive values, either x or y. Then, as I told you, we need to prepare the remaining columns. Then we will start with the, okay, here I wrongly enter delta, but you need to understand it is nebula. Okay, and this is the opposite triangle. Okay, and here it will be y x, and similarly it will be everywhere. So you just to modify this. Okay, then to get the first value of nebula y, you need to take the difference of 13.03 and 10.63. The answer is 2.4. Similarly, to get the second value, you need to take the difference of 15.04 and 13.03. Answer is 2.01. Then 16.81 minus 15.04, 1.77, and so on. So in this way, you can calculate the third or complete the third column of this table. Again, you need to repeat the same process to complete the remaining columns. Okay, so just take the difference between the two successive values, and that will be the value for next column. So this is how we completed all the tables. Now we need to decide which will be our base value. So as the question is, we need to find out y for x is equal to 390, and this 390 is very close to 400. So our base value will be 400. So xn will be your 400. This will be your yn, and you need to follow the path to select the values from this table. So 400, 21.27, 1.37, and so on. These are the values you need to pick from this table and put in the equation for getting the solution. Again, the nebula raised to y and nebula raised to 6 calculations are possible. So here what you need to do, you need to take the difference between minus 0.05 and minus 0.07. You will get next value. Similarly, the remaining values you can calculate, and those values also used for the calculations. Again, the difference between the two consecutive values, again it is 50, and that is constant for everywhere. So h is 50 in this case. Now the second step is select values. So xn, yn, delta yn, nebula y, and nebula square yn, nebula cube yn, nebula raised to 4. So again you need to use nebula symbol. I did mistake everywhere, so you need to correct it while solving the problems. Okay, then we know x is 39, for which we need to find out value of y. H is 50, constant interval. Then you can use this formula, x is equal to xn plus ph. Rewrite that equation in terms of p, put the values of x, xn and h. You will get the value of p as minus 0.2. Then once you get all these values, then write the Newton for, sorry, here also we need to write backward, so this is wrong. So here you need to write the Newton's backward interpolation formula. So this is the formula for given problem. Then put the values in this equation and you will get the answer 21.004464. Now as I told you that I am not sure about the final answer, so you just check whether properly entered all the values in the equation and calculated the final answer and it is correct or not. So I will give you 2-3 minutes and you can do it. I hope you can do it. So can anybody say whether this is correct or not? Okay, what we will do, we will complete next slide and again I will come back to this slide only and meanwhile you can do the calculations. Okay, so example 2, find a cubic polynomial which takes the following values, hence or otherwise evaluate f of 4. So again this is an interesting problem. From the data you can easily say that there is a constant interval, so you cannot go with Lagrange's interpolation and you need to go with either Newton's forward interpolation or backward interpolation. And from what is asked, that is f of 4, you can easily say that you need to go for backward interpolation. Again for this you need to prepare the table. In first column values of x is there, then f of x, del fx, del square fx and del cube. See, many times even in the books also you will see the delta and the nebula are used interchangeably. For forward you will see del, also for backward also they use the same symbol. So you can use any formula, but it is suggested to you that forward use del and for backward use nebula. Then calculate all the values by taking the difference between the two successive values. So this table you can see all the values are estimated by taking the difference between the two successive values and all columns are completed. And as we are interested in f of 4, so the value of x is 4, so it is close to 3, so we will be interested in these values that I am circling. Okay, so we are going to use these values in the formula and going to solve. Then yeah, the x naught is 0, so by using the value of formula you can easily calculate the value of p, which is equal to x. Okay, and why we are keeping in terms of x only? Because we are told that to find out the cubic polynomial, so that's why we are not putting the value of 4, we are just keeping that as x and put all the values into the equation. If not, and after putting all the values you will get the equation. Okay, so this will be your polynomial which is asked in the question, and then again whatever polynomial you got in that, again now you put x is equal to 4 and you will get the solution. Then next problem, Again, this is similar problem, but the way it is asked, it may be confusing to you. So using Newton's backward difference formula, so method is mentioned. Construct an interpolating polynomial. Again, here also you need to write the equation for polynomial of degree 3. So you need to go up to degree 3 only. For the data, f of minus 0.75, which is equal to minus 0.0718125. Similarly, f of minus zero point 0.5, its value is given and other values are given. So you need to just check which value is x and which is value x. So the values which is given in the bracket will be the x value. So you can see here, and f of x, whatever term is there after equal to, that will be your y. So here you can see. Then again the process is same. Take the difference between the two successive values, you will get the values for next column, and repeat the same process to complete remaining columns and solve the problem. First of all, write down the equation, put the values, and you will get polynomial. Once you get the polynomial, just check which value you need to estimate. Here it is given, find f of minus 1 by 3. So put the values and this is the solution. Okay, so